with a wing and a prayer. We're going to go live today from Chicago for Wednesday Wine. I'm Ana Belaval, and nothing is working today. So if we glitch out, if you can't hear us, just know that we're here for you, and we're here in the middle of the week, the last Wednesday of the year, and we are ready to have some wine, or in this case, Coquito, señores, that is where it's at. We are going to have Coquito because I have a bottle left there, and this is a Christmas tradition in Puerto Rico. I know people hate when I call it eggnog, but it's the closest thing to compare it to for, as my mom says, Americanos to understand it, is eggnog. But it doesn't taste like eggnog. It's made with rum. It has coconut cream. Actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, how convenient. There is a very basic recipe for coquito. Basic, underline basic and easy. And so this year I've put more ingredients thanks to everybody's feedback on that video, because a lot of you were like, put nutmeg, put more cinnamon, put vanilla. And I did it. And I also did coconut milk. And it's even better than it used to be, but my recipe still kicks butt. So go check it out on my YouTube channel. Salud. Here's to a better 2021. I literally almost wrote 2022. Earlier today, yes. The important part is that after you drink it, you go, yes, because the rum hits you. All right. Who's here? Oh, yeah, Martha Stewart loves Coquito, Taina. That's true. Martha Stewart and Jimmy Fallon loves Coquito. He's had it on his show and everything. It looks like eggnog, but I get yelled at constantly about it. I'm doing okay. And I want to bring in my guests, my amazing comadres. We're going to do this once a month because last month we had so much fun. So we've decided that we're going to have a vent sesh. Look, I'm going to show you the banner I have. Look, mira esto. Swap pre-New Year vent sesh with the comadres.
I love it. Profesional con los lower thirds. Me encanta. Hi, mi amor. Hi, mi amor. How are you? No. Get your coquito.
Oh,
cheers.
Ladies, I'm on the coffee because cholesterol's a little
high.
high.
El colesterol, no. Ay, Dios. That's what we're talking about.
Tell you not to go to the doctor in December.
Yes, you're not supposed to go in December.
Oh my God, you know what?
You're breaking Ana V's rules.
Oh my God. I'm really embarrassed.
Entonces, it traumatizes the rest of holidays forever.
O sea, could your cholesterol announcement not wait till January?
You know what? You're right.
You know what?
You're right. I did it wrong.
Well,
remember,
we know for next time. Tú te pones así, historically. Tú te pones así.
I do.
Historically, she gets like this around Christmas time.
I don't like this. Don't tell them all my things.
Who gets like that during Christmas time? But isn't
Lolo?
How?
We got to do the whole. She does the New Year, New Me thing kind of thing. But she starts before the New Year's, which always used to be. I used to be like, come on, let's just have one more party.
I have sinned enough for the year.
She stops.
Pero Lolo, why 4 days before? Like why are you doing that?
Yo no sé. Como que me pongo a pensar, because there's not a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot to do, but it's not with the work and all the things. So me pongo a pensar cuando estoy lavando los platos, cuando estoy in a laundry room. I'm like, man, what can I make better? What can I do better? Let me try this. Let me try that. And then I get all the little things and I start putting it into motion. Like I want to rev up. Like, I don't know, my intention was to rev up for the new year. But, and then I go and I eat the cheese on the 31st and I feel horrible, and then it starts bad. I gotta change it.
No, vamos a nice para New Year's. We're not going to go overboard.
¿Cómo fue, Wendy?
We won't go overboard on the New Year's. No, but you say. Over you say.
No, that I'm saying that, you know, she like sets up herself for failure porque entonces llega el 31 and she goes to the party and there's jamón and there's coquito and there's, you know.
Yeah. No, I gotta tell you, I've had hola, Mimi.
Yay.
Tenemos. Epa.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we're doing, except we're drinking.
Sí.
Except we're drinking.
Louis.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've decided that I am doing nothing new for the new year.
Good.
Really?
I'm with you. I'm with this plan.
Anna, what is nothing new to you? I want to know. What is the definition of that? Because you're new all around, and I love it.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're like, honey, you're snazzy. You got things going on. You got a nice. Mira, look, tienes el YouTube. I mean, you're in it.
Yeah, tú tienes cosas. I didn't know that your Coquito video. I was like, oh, I'm going to go, you know, see her Coquito video. And she's got transitions, honey. And
she has transitions.
I was like, oh, wow. Esto está muy high quality.
Yeah.
I learned from you guys. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right.
There you go.
You
see?
We're not going to go to
Zero
Matapuelco for your internet or your website.
Yeah.
You're going to go to your friends who educated themselves on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Say, I'm going to pay you.
Yeah.
And you're going to make me look good.
And you're going to do this.
And
because
that's
I'm ready.
I'm ready to high level. Okay?
I'm ready to high level.
High level. Level up.
Level up.
I'm ready to high level. Forget level up.
Sigue por ahí.
Here's my thing. I've done a lot of new things, but have you noticed that I've done them in July? In October.
Yeah.
Not January.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. So I'm not putting that kind of pressure on myself. I'm not expecting anything from 2021.
No?
Yo me voy a sentir calladita. No.
Me neither. I'm muy calladita.
Oh, yeah?
Nos vemos más bonita. Yeah, for 2021. It's like going to that tia's house that you don't know what happened to her, but everybody has to go over for Easter, and, you know, she's viuda, but she doesn't like people to touch her things. She doesn't like kids. So you walk into the house, and you're like, and your mom gave you the speech. She's like, no le gusta que le toquen el chinero ni nada las cosas. And you're like, okay. And you go in there and you're like this. That's how I feel about 2021. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not getting in trouble today.
No, I'm going to keep eating. I'm going to keep drinking. I'm going to keep doing everything as is. And if something good comes out, I receive it.
Oh.
I appreciate it. I'll pursue it, but I'm not going to.
Se fue.
I know.
This is what's going to happen today. She started with saying that it nothing. So, yeah, para que sepan, this is why her comadres are here to fill in when she's gone. Are you back?
I'm back.
She's back.
Okay, it's all right. We have them.
Okay,
we got them, baby.
What it's gonna be. Yeah, we're
gonna the three of us. It was almost like a roll call. Yo me fui, tú te fuiste, se fue Wendy. So at some point, people are seeing little circles.
Right.
I'm trying not to curse. No quiero hablar malo, pero estoy a punto de.
Yeah. You know what? Well, we curse on our show
a lot. Yeah.
It comes on directly after this one because we have Zero Chill.
Zero Chill. Mira, mi mamá dice toca con los ojos y mira con las manos.
Eso. Toca con los ojos. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Mira con la. No. Look, no toques nada. No toques nada. 2021.
2021, no toques nada.
That's
the hashtag for 2021.
Receive, don't touch.
Exactly. No, I'm about it too. And look, you know, we are building this channel. Like, I'm excited for all of that, but I'm not putting, no. And
No.
it's hard for this Pisces because this Pisces goes. I like to dream. I like to go big, but we're going to low expectations this one.
Remember when we were working on my one woman show, and I don't remember because now it kind of blends in because it was like 2 summers ago.
Yeah,
The
But I
whirlwind now.
remember that at one point, I think it was Lolo who told Wendy, "Okay, you're already imagining the sitcom. Chill out.
I'm always that. That
You're
is my
already
exit.
imagining us moving with her to LA, and we all live in adjacent homes."
Yeah.
It was already happening.
Yeah.
It was-
Chill.
She built it immediately. She sent this meme the other day, or what is it? ¿Qué fue? Is it a meme? Is that what that's called? No.
Yeah, sí, claro. I don't know.
Sí.
They're all memes.
And it's just like a cat sitting on at a computer, just typing ferociously away, looking for the answer. That's Wendy.
Yeah, because someone told me something and I was like, and they were like, there's nothing to fix, but now we know. And I was like, there's nothing to fix? I was like, but I was already like Googling, you know what I mean? And
I like what Brian's saying.
I'm
not
with
gonna
Brian.
to lose weight because it never works. I'll just buy bigger clothing and let people think I lost weight.
I love that. You know what? That works, by the way.
it does. I like to buy bigger clothes.
Sometimes you just have to buy the clothes that fits.
Exactly.
Listen, today I put some jeans on and they didn't close.
Really?
And I said, okay, I have others that fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna
We don't have
contemplate that.
to. It's
We're not doing
Chicago.
that.
It's
Not gonna overthink
December.
it. I'm not
No.
gonna think I'm getting old and my body shape is
no.
No.
No digas cosas así.
No, señora.
Esto no sirvió. We're gonna donate it.
Tenemos
Yeah.
otro. I have 32 pairs of jeans. I will find
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'm
For all
not.
the days. For each day of the month. And a backup
For
pair.
the journey of what a month can be in a woman's body.
You never know.
And I'm gonna hold on to what my gynecologist told me. You're middle-aged now and your body changes. Chévere. So I can eat and drink whatever I want. Salud.
Oh, mira.
Oh, that's what you
Suavecito. That's how you're supposed to drink that coquito, girl. We were not doing it right.
No, well, we just got the new glasses, but then the coquito was gone by the time we got the new.
It was
We have
super
glasses
fun.
now. Yeah, they were.
And I have a cholesterol problem.
And Anna, we have to tell you the story. I made. It was
Listen,
a damn
it
mess.
was what happened. If Laverne and Shirley had an episode where they made Ana Belaval's coquito, that's what happened the other night.
We should have extracted that clip because you have to see it, Anna.
I have to see it.
We tried to do it by your video, but
Like,
she
but
started
also-
improvising almost right away, and I was like, "You got to do it like she says." She's like, me.
We already started at a deficit. We were just trying to do too much that day. You know what I mean? It was like the
Wait,
one.
what do you mean you started with a deficit?
Well, because it wasn't going to be. We wanted to drink it for the show.
Yeah,
So I should have made one bottle before and then just made another one on camera, whatever. But
then
you know,
we were really
I don't
making
have an
it.
assistant and a producer to tell me these things. So I did it on camera, but I was like, we're going to want to drink it. So already we started with ice.
Oh, now you
And
froze.
then-
Great.
and then-
Now the girls froze.
No,
Okay, wait. Wendy's coming back. They're coming back.
no, we are
I'm
good.
here.
No,
You're-
you froze on me.
No.
Yeah, that's
We're
'cause
with
you're
your
connected.
audience.
No sé lo que pasa. Pero anyway, so I start with the ice and I put it in a blender because I was like, let's
Why are
just.
you starting with ice? I didn't even use ice.
I know you didn't, but I wanted it to be cold so we could drink it.
She's just gonna get mad at us. Don't tell her what we did. Forget it. Anna, listen to me. Here's what I want to know. Okay, you don't want to know about that. That's just gonna upset you. Okay.
So
What I want to know is, in a year that we have had this pandemic, okay,
Mhm.
and if you guys haven't gone on the Netflix to watch
I have not.
2020 movie that everybody's talking about, go and watch it. It's a great recap of the year.
Ay, Dios.
But with all of that, is it me alone in this, or are other women caretakers feeling like this particular school break, it hit me kind of hard, y'all. I was a little like,
Yeah, me
okay,
too.
here we go again.
How many times have I texted you? Is this the longest day of your
Longest day, long days, long
days.
And I
Long
wait for it to get dark, and then it gets dark at 4. And I'm like, well, this is not helpful at all.
No, because they can't go to bed at 4.
No, they cannot go to bed at 4. I have a rotating, I mean, I'm like the freaking entertainer over here. I'm like, okay. I'll play Barbie from 2 to 4. What do you got? You got the dinosaur soap? Yeah, we'll make the dinosaur soap 4 o'clock, 5:30, hopefully.
We'll make the fairies in the jar. Let's do fairies in the jar, dinosaur soap.
I know.
We'll paint
Slime.
slime.
Always slime.
Yeah. We'll have lunch. We'll watch a movie. Too much.
We watched 2 movies the other day.
Back to back.
Back to back. Amelia and I on Christmas Eve.
Fantastic.
What's another one?
Did you love your life that day? Honestly, were you just like, wow, they are
I am fine with it. She wanted to watch an hour on the iPad, and I was like, Bridgerton. But I have to be careful because she can't walk in the room because that's steamy.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta watch it in private. You gotta watch it in privado.
In private. That's why I watch it on my iPad. That's a lot of things I watch on my iPad. And honestly, Steve has taken the week off, and he has busted his butt playing with that boy.
Eso.
I mean, he hasn't. I've never seen my husband like this.
Right.
Like I was
a gift that you receive,
and I received
don't
it,
question.
and I appreciate it, and I don't question it. And I was like, "Are you off?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he has drawn more maps and made more logos and played basketball. Pero él es mayor, entonces la espalda ya le duele. So this is Wednesday, and he's already wearing the heating.
Ya le dolió. You gotta be careful. One of the Chicago for real guys hurt his arm playing with his kid. You can't. No se puede. No se puede.
You know what, Jorge? I have not watched it yet.
I didn't watch it.
Why? I'm going to tell you why, Jorge. Because I have a thing with Gal right now. Como que no sé how I feel about her. Como que she's done some things this year que, they bother me.
Yeah.
I'm bothered.
Está molesta. Yeah.
I need a break. And since we're in the pandemic and we can just take a break from the movie and come back and not have missed a beat, I'm gonna give it a second.
Now this one I saw, and
I loved so.
When did you see it, Anna? Did you see it on Christmas Day?
I loved it. Oh, I'm having more signal problems. This is great.
Oh no!
No,
I'm here.
I see you. I hear.
Do you hear me?
I hear you both.
Okay, tell me, when did you watch Soul? On what day? Was it Christmas Day, Christmas Eve?
The day after Christmas.
Yeah, it came out on Christmas Day.
The day after Christmas.
After. Was that one of the back-to-backs?
Nope.
Oh.
The back-to-backs were Elf and the one on Hulu with Dan Levy and Elizabeth Stewart. Did you hear him?
Yeah. We got to get him on the show one of these days.
We got to bring him on it.
The one with the lesbian couple.
Oh, I haven't seen. Oh, con la. That's another one. I can't.
She bothers you.
I don't like. She bothers.
She bothers.
Oh, I want to know who bothers you
so much.
Elizabeth. No. Kristen Stewart.
The one that was in the vampire movie.
Una de esas.
Es que her face doesn't do anything.
No, es bien nerviosa.
Her face doesn't do anything.
Yeah. And you know what? It bothers you in the place that you're nerviosa. And you don't want to sit for a whole movie nerviosa like that.
No, I don't.
Whoever this husband is.
My friend's husband is on an overnight hiking trip.
He left you home by yourself, girl? Roberta.
And
Roberta, you take that man.
No, it wasn't Roberta. It was one of her friends' husbands.
Oh, one of her friends. Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Build him a statue. Build him a statue.
What? Build him a statue?
just talk about him a lot around your husband. See what happens.
Yes, we ugly cried, Sarah. Oh my God.
We tried not to, too. We tried to hold it in, but we got mocos at the end.
Oh, see, I cried. And Amelia stares at me like, you're crying? Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to give it away for people who haven't seen it yet.
Angelina, Lori's daughter, Pobrecita, she's grown up with me and Lori, basically. Just really ugly crying at a lot of moments in our lives.
About the movies.
We went to Hamilton together. She sat in the middle of us. We were crying.
I cried.
And holding hands like this across the seats. You know, so she was all good crying with us. And the other kids were like, who's crying?
I'm like, stop.
You gotta ruin everything.
I'm crying.
And it feels good, oddly.
I need this cry.
I cry in the theater and in the movies.
Yeah.
And Amelia's like ready. No matter what, when the thing is that the musical may be fun, and when the cast comes out for their standing ovation, I cry.
Yeah. Estás emocionada.
Oh my God.
And they're there, and we love them, and I cry.
Me too. Like,
Mamma mia. And I'm like, cómo se han fajado, cómo trabajan. Ay, cómo trabajan. Their parents must be so proud. I cried.
I know, you just,
I cried. And I think that Ame understood it better than I did, because there were parts where I was like, wait, what's going on here?
It was
of course, nailed the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was very esoteric. Like, it was just, there was a lot. It was
very esoteric. Like, I don't think
there was a lot going on there. Yeah. And I watched it.
You don't think what?
Alex would have understood it.
Oh.
Lula watched it. She enjoyed it. She watched it twice because we watched it again the next day.
You quería llorar más?
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, the first time I was like doing dinner and preparing stuff. I missed a couple of things, so I watched it again.
Yeah.
It got into that zone where like you almost didn't want the kids to bother you while you were watching it, and so you knew that it was like, this is not the right feeling to have right now on Christmas Day. Like, can you guys please? I'm trying to watch Soul.
This is not for you. This is for me.
This is really speaking to me.
Those like Dolly, the Jerry's, that like Dolly the animation again, like Pixar always, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I know.
The thing is that every time I disappear, I still hear you, and I look at you, and you guys go, "Oh no, oh poor girl." Every time I see you and hear you, you go, "Oh no."
All right, we're gonna keep it going then.
Okay, then I won't do that.
You just get on such a nice streak, and then and I'm like, no.
That's my life lately.
No, I know, isn't it? That's the thing with this pandemic. It's just like every day. Like, that's why I don't want to put too much hope in 2021. Because even if I'm like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to get up, I'm going to do my workout, I'm going to eat a yogurt, you know, or something. And then I get downstairs and like the yogurt explodes.
Expired.
Yeah. You know, like things like that. Like, it's just like.
See, now you guys went away.
No, we're here.
We're here.
It's just that it goes out. I realize that when people freeze, for me, it's that I'm freezing. And I'm like, oh.
That is to quote her and put it on a t-shirt. I know that for me, when people freeze for me, I'm freezing.
Yeah, Tina Fey was great. I loved her.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish, like, I love the movie. I didn't really know why she had to be the voice, but she was fine.
I que joderse. I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean,
but then you got that in my head, but it didn't bother me because they could have gone with like someone even like, I think she has a neutral voice that you couldn't tell who was who.
Right.
No, not Kristen Stewart. Pero ya te quieren invitar.
They want.
Okay, are you gonna listen or are you gonna have to listen?
Dale una cosa de coquito. I would have liked someone. Well, like they wanted it to be neutral. They didn't want you to know if it was a male or a female. So, they wanted it to be this thing. So they like really should have like done that then or something. But the optics are weird. That it is a white woman and she ended up being in the black guy's skin for half the movie. It's just strange. So that was the only thing that like afterwards.
That was odd for me too.
Like, why did they have to do that? They have so many plethora of people to choose from.
That's it. Yeah, agreed. That was a point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there was something about like, then they didn't underline the African American experience as the white voice because they wanted a neutral voice, right? Right. So like they didn't have her like, oh crap, this is how you deal with your skin color. No, like, this is how you deal with your career. But anyway, that I thought about too.
It was just that because but all the other characters were black. I mean, it was a beautiful black movie, like a beautiful dive into the culture without it being about pain and oppression. It was great. But it was just that one little thing. I was like, pero por qué? Tina Fey. But I have love for Tina Fey, but she's just been problematic weird lately. So anyway, it was great.
Before we say goodbye, because we have like, I'm saying we have 4 minutes, but we really don't. We have more.
People, who's getting us off? Who's getting us off?
Listen to what was it that we were going to talk about? What was the article, Lolo, that someone sent you that you were like, oh no, this is not for us?
What?
Lori sent us an article that said something like, this is how you should prepare your children. Oh, about not being thankful about gifts.
Yeah, it was an article you sent. Espérate.
If your child says, I don't like this, when someone gives a gift.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, no.
Because
wait. At least it wasn't Kristen Stewart.
You're right.
22.
You're right. I would have.
Yeah, that would have been. No, I would have.
That would have been a mess.
I would have left the movie. I would have left.
It was about like having a I'm remembering now about having a conversation with your kids and like talking through what they didn't like.
Where was it?
And why maybe not to say that, but like really talking through it with them. A friend of mine posted it, and I get. I mean, sometimes you're at home and it's something really connects to you. You're reading it at home and you're like, yeah, it's very specific to your experience. Mm-hmm. And then you put it out there and you share it, and your friends
bring you back. Your friends bring you back.
And so I was like, no, hold on. If I would have been like, I don't like this. That's not what I want. My mother would have wrapped my presents and with all the right would have taken me with her to donate it at the Goodwill. And that would have been it.
I was fearful of that this Christmas because she's 5, and I was like, I really hope she doesn't do that because I'm going to really freak out. Like, I was like, and especially after all the time that you see that you spend putting this shit together for these kids,
Mm-hmm. You do. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Yo no sé. Pero
yeah, but Lolo sent us that and she was like, I would never. We're like, it's not a Latina.
Here's the thing. My niece Mariana, who today turns 19 years old.
She's 19.
Happy birthday.
We have a cousin who brought her a really pretty dress for Christmas, and she had bought it in Spain and thought of her during the trip and gives it to Mariana. And Mariana was maybe 5 or something like that and said, a mí eso no me gusta. I thought my mother was going to kill her. And her mom, who's a little more subtle, was like, no, Mariana, we don't say that. Thank her for bringing it to you. And I remember my mom being, you know what, Bambi? Do not bring her anything else from anywhere, malagradecida.
Yeah.
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 And that's what I've told my kids. Like if they have an issue calling somebody to say thank you, and I learned it from my friend Sandra. And at the beginning, Sandra had kids before I did, and she would tell the girls, "You need to call Madrina Belly. You need to."
Oh.
Aquí va.
Yeah.
And like she didn't have to give you anything, and I was like, "Coño, Sandra, I'm the madrina. I have to give her something." But it's true.
Yeah.
So I tell my kids constantly, your grandparents don't have to give you anything, especially because you live far away, so they could use this as an excuse.
No.
Like, no, you know, like most of the people that come here with gifts could say Anna and Steve can take care of their own children, and they take the time and do it. So don't be malcriado and learn like the rest of us to smile and say thank you and end the story.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's an interesting, and I see some of my friends do it where it's like the honesty.
No,
their child's honesty becomes the burden of like everyone around them.
No. Oh,
and I'm like, y'all gotta talk to your children.
That's the best way to put it. Their honesty is the burden of everyone else.
Yeah.
So all of us.
So I mean, you have to basically put up with whatever the stage the child is in according to the parents' perception of what stage in their development they are to understand. And I'm like, listen, as a parent, you're never going to know. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Because you love esos nenes. You love them. Okay. You love your nenes and you will put up with all sorts of stuff from them. But when they get out into the world with other people, their honesty is not welcomed. Just like your honesty is not welcomed at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to teach them there are things that you say and there's things that you don't say.
And I think we have to learn that they can hurt our feelings too.
Yes.
Like, I tell my kids when they hurt my feelings. And I say, you just hurt my feelings. I'm being kind and I'm being nice. And you were just rude. And it takes me a little bit to come back to being happy because I'm truly hurt.
Yes.
And they notice it, and I'm like, I'm not over it. You got to give me a second.
Right.
Because no one treats me that way. And my brother has always told me, like, if you don't.
No, it's all in the nuggets.
No.
She leaves in the nugget.
No, te digo que my brother, who's therapist. Joderse con esta señal. That I'm saying that my brother was like, if you don't allow friends to treat you that way, you can't allow your relatives to treat you that way.
And yes. I absolutely tell my daughter that all the time. And she sees an example of friendships that I have. And I'm like, do you think that me and Titi talk to each other like that?
Yeah.
That's rude as hell. I'm like, I respect her. I love her. So I never want her to feel.
And I'm the first one to bite the kid's head off if they're talking bad to their parents around me in my home. No, I'm the first one to be like, hey, you don't talk to your mom like that in my house.
No.
You don't do that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you have to let the village teach your kids too. You know,
I've done that. Actually, when Sandra's oldest turned teenager and she was being rude, I said, hey, that's my best friend. Yeah. Cut it out.
Yeah.
And Sandra was like thankful that I did that. And the kid who's my godchild went like, oh, and I'm like, no.
That's small.
We have cousins that are rude to their parents. And I've told my daughter in front of them, I don't put up with that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just did that in front of her. I said, because she's no, that's not normal behavior.
I know, it's great. I love doing that with the parent right there. I love being like, I don't care what's happening at this table right now, but you keep doing what you're doing and you're going to have me to mess with later. And the table freezes and she's like, I can't believe you just said that. I'm like, guess what?
I'm not scared of that kid.
I ain't scared of no one, nothing. I'm a comedian in Chicago. None of these people.
Ain't they scared? No. I'm not scared of that kid. No, thank you.
No. Yeah. And if the kid is out of control, I don't invite him back.
Eso.
Nope.
Mira, we have to work together. And it's hard. I remember when I had a comadre, she was amazing with my kid because she's cut the whining. I didn't realize where we had landed on the whining in my home. And then I had to go live with her for a little bit with my daughter. And she cut the whining thing. She would be like, listen, she'd talk to them like an adult.
Yeah.
Clearly for a kid, you know, and she says, I don't hear you when you whine. Like I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So you have to use your words and help me understand. And she cut the whining out within a week with Angie. And I was like, it was hard at first to kind of hear her talk to Ange like that, but Ange received it. She was like, yeah, this other adult is not cool with this.
Yeah.
And that's
why, but they always respond to other people better than they do to us.
They do.
Yes.
And you have to let the kid deal with that. A lot of parents swoop right in and they try and soften whatever the thing was that they got corrected with. Don't soften it for your kids. Let them cope with that. If they have questions, if they get upset, you then go and you talk, but let them sit with it for a second. That's the adrenaline of memory that's taking place, so that the next time they think, last time I said this, it got uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Matt used to because Tallulah, I could tell, was really like emotionally intelligent from a very young age. She understood things. She comprehended things that you would say, even when she didn't have the words herself. So, when she got to 3, she had all the words. This girl she was speaking full sentences before she was 2.
Mm-hmm.
So she was going. So her temperament was really hard. In 3, when she had the words and all the temperament, she thought she was done. So it was standoffs that we would have. I would go live on Instagram. I'd be like, here's another tantrum that it would go on for hours because I told her no on something. And so she was just but I would be very strong with her, because that's what I knew she understood, because she thought she already knew everything. So I had to be really strong, and his family, people would be like,
we all have kids with high emotional IQs.
Yeah.
The 3 of us.
So I was like, she understands this, and it's not going to be cute. You think it's cute now? She's 3. It's not going to be cute when she's 6. It's not cute.
I remember one time going to go get a haircut with the kids to Snippets, a haircut place. And it was 2 kids, and we were about to go to Puerto Rico, and I was in a rush, and they couldn't find our appointment, and they were making us wait, and it was a disaster. And Amelia got mouthy with the lady. Like, listen, we made an appointment.
Oh, no. No me diga.
No.
Come on, I need the best of the story.
And I said, I'm the adult here. I'm dealing with this. I did that. And when I got in the car, I said, that's not cute anymore. It's never been cute. It's even less cute now that you're 10, because you sound like a rude, annoying kid.
Yeah.
Your dad and I are not the kind of people who complain that aggressively.
Right.
So I don't know where you've seen it or what you're watching, but it's not your place. And that's not how you conduct. When there's an issue, I'm going to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it.
Right.
Because, these people always so cute. She talks like an adult.
Yeah. And then they're all up in your adult conversations. Listen, adult conversations are not a place to be. That's how I was raised, and I'm not having it.
I'm not having it either. What? What is it? Nothing.
Nada.
Nothing.
A ti no te interesa, don't worry about it.
People,
no hay nada por acá.
18-year-old conversation. People over 18.
That was huge. And I remember learning that lesson real quick. My mom was, I remember them. So that means that they were strong. She gave me the eyes. It was not my fucking place. Go do your
girl,
own thing.
watch your language.
Oh, she dropped it. No, as long as I don't drop it, you're fine.
It's tough. It's almost 6 o'clock when we do our show.
So I know, girls. I'm gonna let you go so you can get ready for your twitching. Tell people where they can find you.
Yay! Yes, we continue the party over at our little variety bochinche show. Twitch.tv/Chicago for real, or aquí mismo en el Facebook en Lolo and Wendy.
Yeah. And that last one was just for fun. That last crazy was just for fun. All right, girls, it's great to see you. I love you.
I love you too, Mama.
I love you. That was a good rant.
Continue all our work and love and friendship. That's the one thing I want from 2021.
We have work to do. We do have work to do.
My big message to all the women out there is find your jefas, ladies. Find your jefas. Surround yourself with those jefas, and then go make something in 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. Link arms. We're going to get through this.
Thank you,
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
People, I am so sorry for all the problems. It's not a Wi-Fi issue. I'm actually on Ethernet, so it should be working fine, but it's been a day. It's been like that since the And there goes my signal again. It's been a day. Welcome 2021. Los quiero. I'll see you next Wednesday. And here's to the rest of the week. Salud.